Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of Ice Amber's Kitchen. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff in this kitchen, but the main star of today's dinner is going to be goats. We are making curry goat today. I'm gonna share with you guys how I make it, how I was taught to make it. I might need to call my mom because I don't really ever make it without her, but I pretty much know how to make it by myself. It's pretty simple, and we're gonna use the pressure cooker, so we're not gonna be standing over the pot all day. Okay, you guys can even share in the comments with me what I do differently than you do and what you do differently than I do, and maybe I'll try some of y'all stuff to just take my goat up a couple notches. And then my dad had bought some salmon. I think I want to do like a teriyaki sauce for it, but I'm gonna bake it first. Then I'm gonna make a salad. I know how to make Caesar salad dressing from scratch. Real chef things. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. So I also found this in the fridge. I'm gonna do like just steamed cabbage and season that. And then I found this one piece of corn. I don't know why there's one random corn. I believe it's uncooked. So I think what I wanna do is like chop it up into like 1 to 2 inch like pieces and then like roast it in the pan. Kind of like how you would get it on the grill. So like I said, come on. This goat is still a little bit frozen because I had it in the deep freezer, so I'm gonna put it in some water with some vinegar for a little bit. We're gonna let it thaw some more and soak, and in the meantime, we're gonna move on to our salad. Dressing right now so that we can refrigerate it and finish off the salad, because I guess it was the easiest thing on the list. I'm gonna put the link for the Caesar salad dressing below for you guys, but you guys will not believe how easy it is. So we got 1 egg, Dijon mustard, it's not coming out. Arm just cracked. All right, let's see. Yeah. So it's black pepper, salt. And anchovy paste is like the secret ingredient, I feel like. Then olive oil. Parmesan cheese. It calls for Parmesan cheese, but not frozen Parmesan cheese. I don't know how the frozen Parmesan cheese is gonna blend, but let's just try it, right? I love Parmesan cheese. In this little bowl here, we have all our ingredients. And I'm gonna use the immersion blender now. It's called a hand blender. All my life I call it a hand blender, but since I've been looking at like recipes and stuff, they're like the immersion blender. So you know, I'm trying to be fancy. Whatever you want to call it. Last time I made this, I roasted garlic and I squeezed the garlic into this. So ain't gonna be no garlic in it. But our salad and our salad dressing is done. Now to get to the good stuff, the goat. I cleaned up. I asked my daddy to cut the corn. He cut the corn. So just in case y'all didn't have like an idea of what I was talking about, like I wanted like these size piece of corn. I also rinsed the cabbage and the carrots in the meantime so that once we're ready for them, it's just to season it and throw it in the pot to steam them. Now back to the goat. I poured out the water, but now the thing with goat is it comes with like fat. Like just in case y'all don't know, like just a little lesson for my people who've never worked with goat before. This is fat, like this white part is fat. So when the goat cooks, it's gonna cook down the fat into oil. Fat is also flavor, so we don't wanna get rid of all the fat, but we also don't want it to be super, super oily. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna cut off just these like really, really big pieces of fat, and then we're gonna season the goat. Just gonna chop off, it's just like probably like 1/4 inch of fat, and then we have the actual meat. And you see I still left some fat on there because you're not gonna get all the fat off and you don't want to. So I'm gonna go through all these pieces. Like this one, there's like this little white strip here. I'm not even about to cut that off. There's a kind of like a lump of fat here. We'll cut that off. This is a little pile of fat that I found. And now we season. So first things first, dry seasonings and then wet seasonings. So we're gonna do curry, garlic scallion seasoning, and we're gonna do some thyme, the green seasoning, and we're gonna also put some pimento. We do spicy curry, regular curry, and then duck/goat curry. So I also am gonna put this ginger, garlic, pimento seasoning in this. I don't know why I like this seasoning so much, but I do. So we're gonna use it. Garlic scallion. So it's spicy duck/goat curry. I believe it's the Chief brand, but we've just put it in the bottle because it's cuter in the bottle and easier to use and store as well. The duck/goat curry is really dark, so I don't like to use too much of it because it makes the food like look, you know, presentation is everything, and it's just presenting kind of, you know, not to my standards. So I do the spicy duck and goat enough to get the flavor that I want, and then we finish off with the lighter curry. As y'all can see the difference if you looked at like how it came out. This is just regular curry powder. So I already had a piece of Scotch bonnet cut from this morning, so I'm gonna cut it again. I'm gonna use another piece of it. It smells so good already. Green seasoning. Everything I just add like this much. That's like 1 tablespoon. Three Hey tablespoons. I didn't get to put any thyme into this green seasoning, so I'm gonna use some dry thyme that we had. And then we're gonna get some allspice. Ah! Are you going to work? Alright. It looks so beautiful. So, there is our seasoned goat. All right, this is, it's called an Instant Pot. They have different versions of it. Plug it in. Okay. We're gonna put it on meat/stew. And put it for, stop being gross. And that's it. Yeah. I was a little worried there for a second. To get it started, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there. And we're gonna burn the curry. You guys may remember this from the curry crab video. Before we put the crab in the pot, we had to burn the curry. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna burn the curry. It's heating up, that's good. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of the duck and goat in here. And this is where y'all be judging. And I'm gonna need y'all to stop judging. Talking about y'all don't put butter in your curry. We do over here. Y'all see the steam? I'm gonna bring y'all closer. Okay. So our curry is burning. Hopefully y'all could see that in there. Now I'm gonna add, I told y'all I was gonna add some more green seasoning. So probably like that much more. And mix it in with the curry. Y'all should smell this house right now. Okay. Now, for the part we've all been waiting for, adding the curry. Well, adding the goat, sorry. And my gauge for the curry being burnt is when it starts to bubble. Like you smell it and it's like bubbling in the pan. This is gonna cook down crazy. It's gonna go from being like this to maybe half of the amount of goat it is. So if you ever wanna buy goat, think about whatever you're buying and think about it like shrinking down to half the amount that it looks like when it's frozen and when it's uncooked. Because especially if you do it right and you make it nice and like soft, like falling apart, it's gonna cook down a lot. So I'm about to cover this up and we're gonna let it cook and then we're gonna start on the salmon. Roughly you wanna do this part for I would say like 30 minutes and leave it, let it do its thing. I'm gonna cover her. Okay, finally fit. So I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna put the pressuring on seal. So it should pressure cook for the next 35 minutes and we're gonna go move on to the fish. This goat is smelling up the house so nice, y'all.
Hot girl, sweet like a honey. X to the 5 minute drive in the sun. Fat chili buff any which way me turn. Some of them are dead like return of the money.
We got to come and stand. My mommy's home! God. One potato. No, you can't have that. That's for dinner. Sorry. Okay, y'all. So, I just added some more seasoning. I tasted it, what it needs, if it needs more salt, if it needs more sweet, if it just needs more flavor overall. That was what I just did, and added some water because I'm going to put it back in. Obviously, the water's going to cook down. So, we still want gravy.
Like chicken and like curry chicken broth.
So putting it for another 20 minutes. I put one potato in there. And the meat also needs some more time to get some more tender. So we'll check it again in just 1 minute. Bang. It's banging.
Roll in the fracture.
The goat has gone for the next 20 minutes and I'm trying to see. Our goat is done. Our fish is done too. So the only thing left to do is our rice, and then once the rice is done, we can plate up and I can show you guys the finished product.
I wonder if I should ask the price before we start eating. Right, Kenzie? Maybe I should ask the price before I start eating. Maybe I will go wash some dishes. 5-star restaurant. 5-star restaurant.
Oh, you're home? Girl next football. That's because I think I'm fast. Hey, Cesar, got your food? No, not yet.
We are live. 3, 2, 1.
So, you guys, I hope that I was able to help you learn how to make goat. This was a journey, so maybe it won't be as much of a recipe as y'all cooking with me, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun and you ate with your eyes. Let me know how it tastes in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later!